part, but that's okay. I'll put that later.
Well, technically it's part 1, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we haven't done one of these in forever, even though no one's here to listen to us. I wonder who will show up.
Actually, quite a long. The last few times we've had a couple of people join on.
No, but I mean, we haven't done one on my channel in a long time. I think we haven't done.
Well, yeah, because and Joel, we haven't done one on your channel like in 6 months. We haven't done like a actual one of these video contents for Kingdom Hearts, like actually filming since the Birth by Sleep 0.2 playthrough. Everything else has been discussion.
Are we coming in through, Cole? By the way,
I'm checking.
Sync check. We haven't streamed anything in forever. I should get it. We should get it. Maybe I should get a Twitch.
By the way, yeah, we're good. We're good. What, Joel?
I was thinking maybe one day I should just get a Twitch. That's where everyone's going these days.
Oh God! And then I'm gonna have to help you try to set up Twitch. That's gonna be fun.
Well, I know some people who have a Twitch and they're streaming pretty well.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can stream pretty well. The problem is, Joel, you have a PS4 and you can do stuff with the PS4 and pretty well. It's just that and to be fair, I've never done Twitch to the PS4, so I would love to try that someday myself.
Anywho.
By the way, we're good. Audio's all good.
Alright, there's one person watching.
That's probably me. Vigriff, I assume, will join us sooner or later. He's probably gonna be like, "Oh, damn it! Of all the times they chose to do it now." Okay.
Well, I should just probably warn him.
We need to figure out a better way of warning people that we're doing this.
Well, I can't do the time thingy very well, because then it just means weird things happen. Well, there's 2 people now, so maybe... I mean, they should get alerts. They should be getting alerts on their...
They will remember, but Joel, remember, YouTube's kind of screwed up and all that, in the sense that sometimes it delays the notification.
That's true. Well, 2 people are watching now, although that one of them might be me, because I put on the...
We'll get people eventually, Joel, don't worry.
Okay.
No need to worry about that now. And to be fair, Joel, we are streaming for the first time in 6 months.
Okay, I think that other person was me, because I just got rid of my turned off my YouTube.
Well, don't worry about it. Okay, so you might as well hit the world map so we can get this started.
Alright, so let's just check. We are level 43. This is still critical mode. I checked. We have all these nice abilities lined up.
No, I want you to go to status and make sure that it's critical.
Oh wait, that's not the yeah, critical mode.
And let me get to the feed. Yep, we're good. Okay.
Okay, so, we're level 43.
You know what that means, Joel? That means you're gonna have to fight. You still haven't fought any of the organization. The only organization member you fought is Denex.
Well, let's take a look. We're going to the world map. All right. So let's see what we haven't done yet.
Probably nothing. Oh, last thing you did was a battle of Radiant Guard, and we haven't done anything else.
Okay, so I think we'll go with Mulan World first. Thankfully, this level. Thankfully, not Sigbar. Zaldin is in this, and this is only level 36, so we should be okay.
Yeah, you should be fine, but I would do Mulan first. Yeah, Lushu's and Land of Dragons, so...
I don't know if you caught my comments on Twitter recently, Cole.
I did, don't worry.
Okay.
And yes, I will... by the way, this is full-on Kingdom Hearts 3 spoilers. If you haven't played the game already, well, so sad, too bad. Okay.
Look at like, once you get spoiled by Kingdom Hearts 3's world, it's like, you can't go back.
I'm like, yeah, people, if you really think we're not going to spoil 3, so sad, too bad, you're out, sorry.
Mulan, hey, no time to talk.
It's going to be interesting going through all of this game now, Joel, especially having not done the Xigbar stuff in this run yet, considering now that we know he's Lushu. It's going to be so interesting.
Well, I think we missed out on when we switched with Goofy. It's gonna take me a while to get back into this. I'm sorry.
Well, of course.
Actually, let's see if we can synthesize it.
Yeah, the last Kingdom Hearts game you played was 1 and also 3.
I played some 1 a couple of weeks ago, just for fun.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Well, we missed some of the stuff because of some of those extended scenes from Hollow Bastion, remember?
Yeah. But now what we know going forward, we're
How much do you think Nomura had in mind for Zigbar by the time he was making 2? Not necessarily that it was Lucio, but that he was like more than what meets the eye.
probably he probably wanted to do more with him. I highly doubt he had anything more than that.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder, but when, like, by the time of Birth by Sleep, or...
I imagine when Birth by Sleep came out, that's when he started to realize there's more to him than that we know he's not letting on. Remember the big thing when Birth by Sleep came out. Nomura did an interview. I always reference this interview. It was an interview right before it was coming out, and the interviewer asked Nomura, like, is there anyone or anything we should be on the lookout for? And Nomura specifically said in that interview, I want everyone to watch out for Braig.
What is that?
Yeah.
The guy in black.
And we knew then that Braig probably had a bigger stake. We just didn't know how much.
And think...
And we thought that was just with Dream Drop Distance, but then 3 comes out and we're like, oh no, you're a lot more integral than we realized.
I'm curious how much, like, he's still...
Again, Joel, Nomura flies by the seat of his own pants, so I imagine he was probably just coming up with it on the fly. The interesting thing is, I wonder how much he had come up with the Union Cross stuff beforehand.
I have to think that by the time of 2, he at least had some of the ideas for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep by now.
Oh, of course he had to have, Joel, because remember the secret ending.
Right.
He had to have had some of Birth by Sleep. Had to, considering this game has the secret ending for Birth that essentially would become Birth by Sleep.
I have to imagine he had at least Union Cross stuff, at least by the time of Dream Drop Distance coming out.
He had to have. He would have had to have. I'm trying to remember when she came out.
Oh look, the mysterious person's sword. I don't know who it is, Cole. Who do you think it is? Do you think it's Pete in disguise?
Vigriff, what's up, man?
Hi, Vigriff.
Good to see you.
What
By the way,
you...
Vigriff, thanks for subscribing. By the way, Vigriff, thanks for subscribing for my channel. I got that notification an hour ago, so thank you.
I'm surprised he hadn't subscribed earlier.
Well, I upload in such a haphazard manner, so anyway.
That's true. I mean, I do too. I always forget. Do we have to hurt the mysterious man?
I think you have to hurt Riku. I can't exactly remember when we got to the Pirates World and we thought that if Jack died, we'd be fine, and then you got killed.
Yeah, that was strange.
Guy. No.
Like, oh, he just got killed.
Why would he?
That was so much bullshit, by the way, when that happened.
You know, Cole, you know what I've been struggling with recently?
What?
Cole, where to put Kairi in my reimagined story? Like, I essentially had to cut her out of Chain of Memories. Because I realized I was getting nowhere with her.
Oh, thanks, Eager. That's what I thought you were subscribed. I'm like, that's weird, because I thought to myself, that's really strange. Did YouTube screw something up? But cool. Well, thank you, Eager. Because YouTube's been kind of dodgy with notifications these days. Well, as you were saying, Joel.
I've been having trouble putting Kairi in my not my Chain of Memories, my reimagined series. Like, just where obviously, I had the first story more or less down to what I want to do with her. But, like, afterwards, it's sort of like, well, I don't know when to get her off the island and have her start her own adventure. Because, like,
Joel,
I can't,
if I were you...
Like, I tried Chain of Memories, but then I'm like, not much happens. I was thinking of doing not Dream Drop Distance Days, but then I'm like, well, I got the Riku stuff, and I got the Shion and Roxas stuff, and, like, but then I'm tying it in with the characters that I want Kairi to be with, like, in terms of the villain, in terms of who the Disney...
I will get to that. I will ask you about that in just a second, Vigor. Joel, what I would recommend doing, I would rework when you start doing 2 and have Kairi be kind of doing a thing on her own there. I was
thinking the same thing.
I feel like that's a better idea. You could probably take a little bit of the outline from 2 and actually probably have Kairi in there working to your advantage.
I know I want Kairi to go to the Mulan world with her characters.
Yeah. And Vigriff, is Rising of the Shield, is that the Sword and the Shield anime that I hear people talking about, or is that a different thing?
Oh, that's My Hero Academia. Isn't that the? No, I think it's somebody else.
No, that's something else.
I've been seeing that on YouTube quite a bit. So here's a fun fact: in the manga, they actually have the dragon and Shan Yu work together.
It's heading for the city.
That's kinda cool.
We've got to warn
Yeah, the
By
manga
the way,
is.
Joel, you know they. Speaking of manga, Joel, you know they just started releasing the 3 manga.
Is it in America yet?
No, I highly. It's just started publication.
Okay.
Oh, and Vigor says, I think that's Pokemon you're talking about. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I haven't heard about this anime, Vigor. What is it? Anyway, what were you saying, Joel? Oh, yeah, the manga.
Well, in the Kingdom Hearts 2 manga, they actually combined the first and second visits together. Instead of just...
Don't they do a lot of that? I read that part where Sigvar and Shan Yu were working together.
Yeah, it's a good part. I have it. Yeah, again, Cole, I really think you should, if you get back into manga, try the Kingdom Hearts mangas. Especially 2 and Chain of Memories.
I might do that eventually. I might do the Days manga too, just to
Ooh,
see.
yeah, you gotta try the Days manga. It's almost astounding how well Days translates into a manga.
Vigor says it's an isekai if it enforced reality ensues. It's quite the doozy. Yeah, okay, that's that does sound like quite the doozy. For your information, Joel, isekai is essentially a person getting ripped into another world. That's what isekai means.
Okay, so it's like Amphibia, where a girl goes to a frog world, but probably less dramatic.
It's kind of like Inuyasha, if you know anything. It's essentially Inuyasha, if you have any idea what that is.
I've heard of Inuyasha, or like Digimon.
I'm thinking Inuyasha is actually, yeah. I'm actually thinking about finally trying to, yeah, like Digimon, yeah. I'm really thinking about fully watching Inuyasha eventually. I've started watching it, but I'm thinking about fully committing and just watching it. Because that's a classic anime, a very big classic that I just have never really fully seen.
I want to watch Code Geass with you, Cole. I will only watch Code Geass if you watch it with me together. That's the promise I made to myself.
Yeah, Vigor says, I'm not sure that Inuyasha is an isekai. Probably not. I imagine Inuyasha is probably labeled under another genre.
I'm going to be taking out a lot of these Heartless, by the way, because I don't trust my level ups just yet.
Yeah, I would. You probably are better off doing that, Joel, because when you hit Cell, then that's probably when the difficult. Yeah, remember, you gotta. Remember, critical. You gotta be careful. Remember, Joel, you gotta be careful. You can't just spam.
Well, I'm still getting back into it, so I'm not sure what my strategies are.
By the way, do you have once more yet?
I must have, because I didn't die. Let's see.
By the way, here. To people that are playing critical, do not pick the sword when you are playing through choose critical, because if you do, you get once more really, really late in the game. You get like level 90.
Yep, I got once more.
Good. Because if you pick the sword, you get it really, really late, and you're going to be screwed through a lot of this.
That's why I picked the sword only on normal mode.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I need to watch I told you I started Code Geass a long time ago and I never finished it.
I've only watched clips of the guy maniacally laughing at stuff because it's weird.
Well, yeah, Johnny. Funny enough, Joel, the voice actor for Lelouch, the main character of the guy maniacally laughs, is the same voice actor for the main character of Bleach.
That's awesome.
Yeah, again,
I watched a stream.
A lot of that.
I saw a stream that had the voice of Frieza.
Oh yeah, Greg Ayers, yeah.
I heard he wasn't doing so well because of his lungs.
No, he's not, unfortunately. Vigor, if I mean Inuyasha deals with time travels rather than interdimensional stuff. That is true. That you're right, Vigor.
But yeah, he seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah, a lot of the voice actors are. It's always fun watching a lot of English stuff and seeing how the different voice actors do different voices. It's amazing.
I just like hearing the voice actors like, they're nerds like us.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen to panels with Travis Willingham, Laura Bailey, or J. Michael Tatum. They're a lot of fun to listen to.
I saw one with Matthew Mercer.
Who are your favorite characters in Inuyasha? Ooh. The issue is trying to answer
Inuyasha
that.
The one with the person with white hair and like cat ears, or am I thinking?
Yes, you're
and
correct.
the red robe looking thing.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
he's a yokai.
Okay, like I've seen that. Then I've seen Inuyasha just in terms of like visual style. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, dog. Yeah, you're right, Vigor. Thank you. I have seen so little of Inuyasha, Vigor, if I probably could not give a definitive answer. I like Kogame just for her humor. Some of the humor holds up pretty damn well, and even in today's standards. Like the line about her playing Duck Duck Deuce with like some sort of like monster, that was pretty damn funny.
I forgot I should have used magic on these guys. Whoops.
Yeah, you should.
I haven't done this in a while, people. I'm getting used to this. In critical mode, it's like you're going into the storm.
Exactly.
Luckily,
also another thing
I'm
about-
still very high up in terms of my powers at them, thankfully.
Yeah. Also, one of the things I love about Inuyasha, I love the music. Music in that anime is so good. I'm not talking just about openings either. The soundtrack is astoundingly beautiful. Any of you who ever watch this, listen to Inuyasha's Lullaby. It's a beautiful song. You get the corpse crow possessing that giant of a man, and that was an early episode. Then I probably haven't even gotten to that yet. The latest in Inuyasha I've gotten is when Inuyasha actually jumps into her time, and he just shows up, just like this Foxman showing up in present-day Japan is hilarious.
It's funny, you guys are all talking about anime, and like here I am, like, oh, I've been watching all of Cheers.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, Joel, you've been saying, I kind of want to watch Code Geass, and I might be on the cusp of getting you to watch Bleach. I feel like I might get you there.
Only if you do it with me.
I would be fully fine with watching Bleach with you, considering I've just been watching through one of the first early arc, and that arc still holds up well to this day.
See, I like watching things with people, especially new things. I don't like trying old things with trying things without people around me. It's more fun.
I'm usually the same way too, because usually I have no one to really talk about it with. I only really commit to watching things if my best friend starts watching it.
Is that how you started Game of Thrones, or that's just more on a whim too?
I think Nathan and Lo were good supporters of getting me to watch it.
Yeah, but I
Vigor
mean,
says Code Geass hasn't aged all that well, if you ask me. I imagine it probably hasn't, V-Griff, especially considering it essentially nothing was done with it for so many years, and then they just recently released a new film for it.
did that film ever come out? I don't remember. Okay, well, am I supposed to
The,
use fire
new
on
movie?
these guys,
I
or
think.
thunder? I always forget. Blizzard.
Thunder. Oh yeah, Blizzard. Want to be as far away as you can. I might also try to get you to watch Death Note, Joel. I think you'd enjoy Death Note.
I think I'd enjoy Death Note if I liked the style better. I don't like the style.
I think you of all people, I think you would like it, Joel, just on what it has to say about just justice in general. It's such an interesting anime on what would happen if a really smart kid got incredibly bored and got the power to kill anyone.
You know, you think so, but I don't know. I like it just when psychos just do it for fun.
Well, that's the thing, and eventually it just becomes him doing it for fun.
Sure.
He
Yeah.
eventually just goes psycho.
Isn't that essentially what Code Geass is also, kind of?
Essentially, that's why a lot of people recommend Death Note as well.
Ooh, I forgot my ethers.
There's a really screwed up scene really early in Death Note where he's trying to cover his tracks. Even Vigor says watch Death Note, Joel. He's trying to cover his tracks, and right as he does it, and he gets this girl to commit suicide,
Yeah.
right as he writes it down, and he tells her, because I'm the person committing these murders, she realizes it, but then she goes to commit suicide, and he taunts her as she goes to commit suicide. It's one of the darkest things I've ever seen.
I think Death Note would be more fun in terms of fan fiction of like, what if this character got the Death Note, and what if this character got the Death Note?
Well, that's what well, Joel, you realize that's what happens. There have been other stories where people pick up the Death Note.
Yeah, but aren't those like live action films that are all bad?
No, there have been other mangas too.
Well, what about animes?
No, there's only one Death Note anime.
What
I
if
think you and I wonder- you and I-
if Riku got the Death Note, we all be in trouble.
But I think one day you and I will watch Death Note. Vigor, I know which one you're talking about. Wasn't she a federal agent? Yes, she was, Vigor. That was the one, exactly. Yeah, and it's funny just watching him descend into madness. It's one of the most fun things to watch. Just seeing a decent person just get just so engorged in his own hubris. It's really scary. But also a lot of fun. Maybe I'll get you to watch...
What? Watch what now?
Maybe I'll get you to watch Psycho-Pass with me one day, Joel.
Is that an anime?
Yes, and I have never fully watched it.
What is it about?
It's really difficult to explain.
What?
It's essentially in a dystopian future where essentially everyone has what is called a psychopath that determines if you are a good or bad person, and they have a bunch of people that are essentially not quite good hunt these people down. Vigor, if there was only one character that I cared about in that series, is it L, Vigor? Oh yeah, here's Lushu.
Ah. There's our boy.
Yep. Yeah, I would imagine you'd say L for that, Vigor. Maybe you'll say someone else, I don't know.
Rem.
Rem. Which one's Rem? Hang on a minute, Vigor. It's been a while since I've watched any of Death Note. I haven't even finished it, speaking of which. Which one's Rem? Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Yep. And what Light does to her is even more screwed up. You know what I've been thinking about doing recently, Joel?
What?
I've been thinking about going back and rewatching Transformers Cybertron.
Don't you mean Transformers Prime?
No, Cybertron is was a much older series than Prime.
Which one was that one? There were so many I've lost. Which one was Cybertron?
I mean, I don't know how I could differentiate. It was around the time of Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. They're referred to as kind of the Unicron trilogy.
I don't remember that one at all.
Cybertron is when we first see Vector Prime. Vector Prime being one of the primes.
I don't even know what the Unicron trilogy is.
Again, it was part of Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. Those were three series that were a thing before, and it was actually even before Transformers Animated. It was before Prime. It was really, really early days.
Is that the anime-looking one?
No, you're thinking of another one. That's either Armada or the older RID.
I don't know what any of that is.
It's really cheesy and really just stupid, but I love it for just the sheer schlock. It's kind of like how you are with Descendants, Joel.
Well, I love Descendants with like a passion.
And that's part of the reason why I love Cybertron, because it's for kind of similar reasons. Though I will say, I think Armada and Energon are actually pretty decent Transformer stories. Does the name Sideways ring any bells?
Nope.
Yeah. I highly doubt you've probably watched any of those, Joel.
I've only watched Prime and the original.
Yeah, so you don't know, you've never watched Animated, Cybertron, Armada, or Energon. Those were the three series that were also prominent. You've also never seen Beast Wars, and you've never seen Beast Machines. Good thing you've never seen Beast Machines. That's a terrible series. Anyway.
Which one's Beast Machines?
Yeah, Vigor says watch Beast Wars.
Which one's Beast Wars?
Beast Wars was before any of those.
Oh, that's right. Is that like the 2D one? That's kind of a like bad 2D movie.
No, it's 3D.
Is that like the 3D one? That's like bad 3D.
Really bad CGI, but a really, really good story.
Oh, it's I think it's like Reboot. My favorite show. One of my favorite shows as a kid. I used to love Reboot.
Yeah, Beast Wars is a really, really good show. Funny enough, Beast Wars is technically a sequel to Generation 1, which was the original.
That's right.
The one where Optimus Prime was a gorilla and Megatron was a T-Rex. Yeah.
They also get to see the ghost of Starscream come back.
That's a really fun episode.
Just want to make sure I got everything.
He later turned into a dragon. Yeah. And that was when Optimus wasn't even Optimus Prime. He was Optimus Primal.
I have plans to create like non-canonical Kingdom Hearts Descendants fanfic once my series is done.
Surprised you haven't gone for that more fully.
Well, I want to link it to things in my Kingdom Hearts fanfic, but it'd be like Sora travels to the future after the events of 3 and
Gotcha.
teams up with the VKs. I don't think I'm gonna get this just yet. Nope. Alright.
No, you need Glide.
Alright. Where do I get Glide?
You get Glide when you get Final Form. Remember?
Right.
You only got Final Form once, and it was because I showed you how to get it.
Well, you can show me again when we get to that point.
You get Final Form after you fight Roxas. Oh, that's gonna be a fun fight.
See, I like Sora in 2. I don't know why people complain about Sora in 2. 2 and 3 Sora.
I like Sora in 2. Yeah.
And 3, like that's like the perfect amount of just silly but also
I think
serious.
3 is probably the good intelligence version of Sora.
And funny. I think he's funny and kind of snarky.
Oh yeah. And after 2, that's where Sora's IQ takes a real plunge. And I think the funny thing is in 3, I think the Nomura knows his intelligence took a plunge, so he just had 3 just to deal with his stupidity.
You should, again, Cole, I think you should try the Days manga, cause that there's like a lot of, like, that thing is, like, if you talk about adaptions that just don't go for the full adaptions, like, that's really good.
Yeah. Though, to be fair, I don't think you and I will ever do much again with Coded.
No.
Even if I could somehow stream Coded from my DS, I still don't even feel that strongly about doing it. There is no reason for us to do Coded in any capacity at this point, unless the more retcons it to be more important.
I mean, you still could with all the stuff that's going on in Coded. I mean, not Coded, I'm fighting boss. I can't concentrate.
Vigor says, what manga sites do you use?
I could link you some, Cole, if you want to look at the day stuff.
No, I have some. I'll eventually, when I catch back up with the One Piece manga, I'll use Manga Stream. That's a pretty good manga site for just keeping up with daily manga. By the way, to anyone who wants to read shonen manga officially and you have an iPhone, go on the App Store and there's an official Shonen Jump app that you can actually read recent occurring English manga that hasn't been released yet, and you're doing it legitimately. So if you can, get that app because you will actually be supporting all the authors.
I don't think I can tell you what manga sites I use then.
But again, I used to use Manga Reader for a long time until that kind of went belly up. And remember, a lot of times you have to use manga sites to read any of those. By the way, just go up to his face, Joel. Up to his face, up to his face, up to the side, kind of.
I'm up to his face, up to the face, up to the side. Hey, I beat him!
There you go.
Woohoo!
Yeah, this boss isn't really hard. I used Manga Reader for a while until that went belly up. And then a lot of times you have to use manga sites because a lot of manga that I love, I can't buy over here because they were never released in English, nor were they published in English in the States.
You know what's sad about the Chain of Memories manga, Cole?
What?
By the end of it, they just treat the replica Riku kind of a big joke. Like, they doesn't even have his big moment with Riku. He just sort of, like, goes away. And that's it. And now he's just out there.
With Replica?
Yeah.
That sucks. Vigor says, I use Manga Reader as well, but plan on changing sites. I would change sites as well, Vigor, because Manga Reader could be a bit dodgy.
And then there's, like, a whole subplot in Kingdom Hearts 2 manga with Vexen clones.
Which is funny, because that's actually worth something in 3.
Yeah, but then they all just die.
Well,
That's kind of
you
dark.
say a guy in black came to see you. What did he say?
That is all you request?
Goofy's hungry. You know what that means, Joel? It looks like we need to find some ingredients.
This looked like a good spot to find some ingredients.
Web of
Of all the memes for 3 to develop, that's the one that was made.
Hey, is that a lucky emblem?
of many gifts to both man and nature.
Manga Fox is doing well for me, but it seems to have issues with older chapters. Yeah, Manga Fox is a decent go-to as well. I think it depends on what manga you read. A lot of those sites, it depends on what manga you're actually reading.
This young man came to warn me of that danger. Then I could alert him.
You've got to just weave and just figure out what's good and what's not. Unfortunately.
I was about to, but he told me this situation.
Oh, so now you've got to fight Zelda and Joel.
He said 3
Oh,
wise
lordy.
guys, and they would take care of
Good, thank God you're not fighting the data battle for
That's gotta
Zelda.
be Riku.
Because otherwise we'd probably be spending this entire video of you trying to beat Zelda.
I mean, we still might be.
What's he doing hanging out with Organization 13?
That is true. No, the Zeldan, the data battle Zeldan is like even 3 times as strong as the one you're getting ready to fight.
Why is Zaldin so OP?
Mulan.
Because Joel, a lot of the data battles,
Black shadow.
No, I mean just at the rate non-data Zaldin.
I don't know.
Yes, my dear, what is it?
Want to know more about Nadome no Yusha? I believe I've heard about that, so
I hardly
probably
expected
yes.
such humble request.
Actually, I think he told me about that, Griff, I believe.
I'm afraid I
Or maybe
must
not. Maybe I'm just pulling that out of my ass. I don't know.
His responsibility is to protect the Emperor. And yet, Mulan,
Yes.
Alright, so did I tell you yesterday about my ideas for Nominee and my Chain of Memories one?
Yes, you did.
2 reads
Yeah.
together are strong.
I'm trying to work it out so it seemed realistic, but I don't go too far.
I think at this point, Joel, you just seem to want to just get away from Chain of Memories.
Well, that's why I have fun writing the Riku stuff. No, I'm just struggling trying to find the ending.
Well, endings are just hard in general because never mind.
Like, I'm trying to balance out Bill and then Marluxia, and kind of like, do I just want to kill off them both?
I told you don't stick to just the form with Marluxia and Larxene, Joel. Remember what I told you? Marluxia and Larxene,
They might not be.
and Vigriff is right, by the way. As for why Zelda is tough, well, the wind can be rather vicious. Indeed, it can be. Almost any wind in any shonen video game, anything can be pretty wicked. I mean, watch the anime Kaze no Stigma. That's a really good indicator.
Alright, we're level 36. Okay, level 36.
By the way, for any of you who have never seen Kaze no Stigma, that's a great anime to watch. So if you ever get a chance, watch Kaze no Stigma.
Well, I know what you said about Marluxia and Larxene, but I still want to give them some sort of closure that's not just completely fruitless.
Or either that, or you could Vigriff Kaze no Stigma. Yes, you are correct, Vigriff.
I hope tonight goes well.
So do I. But I wonder why he's so
Either that, or
nervous.
just rewrite them to where they're not that big of a part in that story.
Nah, okay, I still have Sword going.
You know what's funny, Joel? Maybe I should play through more of 15 because I feel like that might give a good indicator on how to do a person that the villain you think you're fighting turns out not to be the main villain in the entire thing.
Maybe.
Because that's the funny part. I'm like, man, I'm going after villains that I don't particularly care about, but then there's this really interesting person that just comes in and out. Then I get to the end of the game, I'm like, oh yeah, these people didn't mean shit, and the person I want to be the villain is the main villain. Yay.
That's kind of what Bill Cipher could be.
Yeah, exactly.
But
He's
how do
like,
they
what the hell
handle
out?
it? Does he just show up and just kill them like on the spot, or?
Hey, no, they just they get killed off screen.
Oh,
tonight is very important.
We learned they weren't really that. It's kind of a problem with 15, but the trade-off is that we get a great villain.
well, I don't know. It's like, does Nominee make her deal with Bill Cipher? Then Bill just snaps his fingers and like, they're dead.
Actually, yeah, Vigriff is a lot. Actually, Vigriff has a better point. Felt more like a Kefka way than Bill Cipher. Yeah, I think that's a. Actually, I feel like that's a better analogy. Vigriff, actually. Yeah, you're right. I feel pulling more of a Kefka is a better idea, Joel.
What do you mean?
I
That doesn't
really
make it.
should-
That doesn't mean anything to me.
God, I should do a stream for 6. Ugh. Actually, yeah, I should do a stream for 6, Joel, because 6 is also directed. Final Fantasy 6 is directed by the same person who did 12.
Well, that's great, and all that still doesn't answer any of my questions.
I know that. Give me a minute.
Please enjoy the evening.
You lead up to, in 6, you lead up to the point where
Of course, our honored
Kefka is
guests are
essentially
welcome
just
to
a sideline villain. He's kind of a crazy, kooky lackey that does all the dirty work, and you have the Emperor kind of guy that's kind of pulling stuff behind the things. Exactly, Vigriff. Emperor Gestal was slated to be the big bad before he was usurped by Kefka, exactly. He essentially is going to do his big end of the world thing, then Kefka eventually screws him over because Gestal was essentially an idiot, and Kefka makes his own plan for that and just destroys the world.
Okay.
So just have Bill Cipher just usurp Marluxia and Larxene.
Something you hold
Okay, I can do that. Well, okay.
Why not do that?
Okay, you're probably right. Probably should.
You could always use again. Those two are a lot more interesting way later down the line.
Yeah, but I don't have anything for them to do in between when they come back, so it's like, yeah, we'll kill them all.
Yeah, just get rid of them right now. Yeah, Gestal wasn't really interesting, and then Kefka becomes one of the most interesting villains in the series because he becomes a god.
Well, Bill's not going to become a god. He's just going to help nominate
Well, I
out
know-
and secretly tricking her.
Well, I
Think of
know
it more
that.
like the Beetlejuice type of situation.
I really should try to stream through 6 eventually. I tried doing it once before, but I think I'll probably try to redo that eventually. I think my problem was I don't particularly care for the iOS version of 6. The Steam version's kind of eh.
Although then I have to figure out a way to end the Riku replica story too, but I'll think of that later. Cause I still got the Riku story going on. I have more. I've kept that. Well, for one. Well, I guess I've completely changed it, except for some things. I don't even know how
The
to.
problem with you, Joel, with your story is that when you want to divert is when you don't divert. That's kind of your issue at this point.
I'm still trying to figure out how to do Gav's Sora get rid of Zexion. I mean, Riku get rid of Zexion and all that stuff.
Well, remember, either that or just have Replica get rid of Zexion. That's how Zexion dies in the original Joel. Replica kills him.
No, I thought Riku killed Zexion.
Nope, Replica kills him.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, believe me, you can try to fight me on that. I 100% know that Replica's the one that kills him. Riku does fight Zexion, but he does not kill him.
Oh, I guess that means I can cut then Riku's trip to his Destiny Island.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That saved me a lot of time. Although, funny enough, I was able to have Riku still kill, who's the buff one?
Alexius.
Yeah. I was able to fit that in.
Nice. I always liked Lexius, funny enough.
He doesn't do much in my story. He just kind of shows up, fights Riku, then dies by Xehanort Ansem's hand.
Well, he doesn't do much in Chain of Memories either. He's just fun to watch.
Oh wait, I gotta save first. Hang on. Oh, I just realized I
Yeah, you
took
did.
out the beast, too.
Good job, Joel.
Sorry, I'm not used to concentrating and doing this thing on.
Honestly, I prefer the way Lexius was handled in the GBA version of Chain of Memories. Yeah, I do too, actually, Vigor. I haven't played the Game Boy Advance version of Chain of Memories in a long time.
Oh
Funny
wait,
enough,
I
if
didn't take
played-
out the beast. Beast ran away. That's right.
Funny enough, if I played the Chain of Memories version of the Game Boy Advance version of Chain of Memories, I'd fly through that game pretty much instantly, because for like a good 2 months, I fought like the just main Marluxia boss like every morning going to school, to the point where I know how to fight him to a T.
All right, so I guess
was
I'm
just-
going to
it
go
was
back to my plans to. Oh, sorry, Cole. I keep interrupting. Keep
No,
going.
you're fine. Yeah, just have Replica kill Zexian.
Alright, I can do that, and then Bill, Snoke, Marluxia, and Larxene.
Yeah.
Per
I'm
nominate's
surprised you
request.
didn't do that originally.
I was hoping I could find a way kind of to make it full circle where Bill was kind of like the in-between between the final boss with Marluxia. Because I really like some of the imagery in the manga with Naminé being surrounded by... you're probably right, I should just probably make Bill corrupt Naminé.
Well, again, Joel, a lot of the interesting stuff with Marluxia, even with all of that, Marluxia isn't particularly interesting until Union Cross and 3 come around.
So then my idea sort of then is like, it's near the end and like Naminé's getting really desperate. Like, cause she kinda buys into what they're selling, like thinking, oh, I get to be with Sora, Kyrie's out of the picture, that sort of thing. Oh, let's talk to Riku first. I had to
Speaker
restart.
said I had to restart the game after I kept on getting killed by Captain Hook and Dragon Maleficent. I remember Dragon Maleficent being a pain in the butt in that game. Learn better on subsequent playthrough, yeah.
Anywho, what I was saying was like, my idea was like, Naminé kind of is buying what the organization's selling. It's like, you know, she gets to be with Sora, blah, 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 you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then by the end, she starts getting desperate, and then Bill comes to her like, "Hey, I can help you because I'm, you know, I'm all powerful too," and that sort of thing. And then
Yeah, exactly.
then
You guys
she-
just have Bill Snoke them.
yeah, and like the idea of like Naminé feel for a few seconds feels like free, and like she kind of buys into Bill's kind of craziness. But then of course Bill turns on everyone because he's Bill and he does his thing. Oh shoot! Oh, and then I gotta go the other way. Other way, my bad. Part of me is also just fighting things because I like to, because I'm just, you know, leveling up.
Well, again, leveling up is only going to help you keep it so much. So remember, critical is also critical is not about just hacking and slashing. Some of it does take some skill. We're really going to see that when I do my level 1 through.
Well, I still got level 44 and an air combo boost. Hang on, I lost a lot of
Yeah,
health.
believe me, the level 1 is just going to be skill. Because I don't have, there is no way to level up because you can't.
And then my idea is like Bill's gonna manipulate the memory so like he makes Riku like actual by Riku. But see you later. Well he'll be RP. Like my idea is like Bill's gonna like manipulate the memory and like make Riku like extra evil, and he's gonna have Sora fight Riku thinking like she kidnapped Naminé or something. It's like a oh yeah, I'm going the right way.
Yeah, it's a good idea and one you should do. Yeah, well, because it's just do it.
Right. Oh, I'm just like working on the pacing now, where it's like, my idea is like for Bill to contact Naminé before Sora enters the memory world, and then my idea in the memory world is that Sora actually does meet Kairi, or his memories of Kairi, but he doesn't know it's Kairi, obviously. And that kind of freaks her out, like, you know, Kairi's still in Sora's heart, even though I thought I got rid of her. Because I want to give Kairi something to do, even if it's not the real Kairi. You know what I'm saying?
You technically don't even need to do that.
What do you mean?
You technically don't have to give every single character that's been in the series up to this point a thing, Joel. Remember that.
Well, no, but I want to give...
That's the...
I still want
that's the
Kairi's memory to play a role in Sora's.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to give her a big role. That's the thing. You keep trying to... Joel, the more you try to include everything, the more you're gonna hurt your own story.
Well, she's not getting a big role. She's just going to be there for the memory, then she leaves.
Good. Just don't try to do much more than that.
I mean, she kind of
I'm the
is...
one who convinced you to get rid of the real Kairi in that story at all, just overall.
I mean, she's kind of self-sentient in a way. She's like, she's not just a memory, she's a little bit more. She's like, what's her face?
No, I know what you're talking about, Joel. Don't worry, I got you.
Not Yuffie,
Aerith.
ah, dang it. I died. Death count 1.
What
Did
a
you
bad
mark?
way to die, Joel.
Yeah, she's like Aerith, in a way. Except she helps Sora out by the end. Death Note 1.
I'm gonna write that as I'm gonna use that as a death count from now on.
But there have been more than one technically, but I don't remember where we left off, so.
No, God, no, and I am not about to go through the entirety of the series to try to count up death counts. I am not that insane, people. I'm just not gonna do that. I think one of these days, Joel, you and I will do a Borderlands 2 playthrough. Because you and I can both play that, and we can play through the main story.
Do I want to change up my magic abilities while I'm here before I go continue on?
Eager says neither am I. Yeah, don't do that to yourself, Eager. I would have Thunder in your main part.
I could probably actually. I just realized
I would get rid of Fire. For Fire Rod's pretty useless at this point.
Alright. Yeah, okay. So we got Blizzara, Thundara, Kira. I think do we have a higher version?
Actually, you know what? Get rid of Thundara. Put Reflect on.
Alright. What about Blizzara?
Just keep it.
Alright, let's see.
Keep Blizzara, but switch Thundara with Reflect. Believe me, Reflect is essentially going to be key. Yeah, Vigor's right about Fire in this game is useless. Yeah. Reflect is OP as hell, and OP and Reflect is going to be essential for me getting through critical on level 1.
I haven't used my drives either, but I don't really think I need them. I barely use the. Do you use the drives at all? You know, I should use. No, I'll use them during the boss. Oh wait, then I always get the shadow form, and then that always happens. So never mind.
You're gonna have to remember, Joel, because you're still gonna have to train.
That's right.
You're gonna need them for the abilities. Remember. Part of me wants to see Joel take on Lingering Will. I want to see him try to take on Terra.
No, I still can't get the Lingering Will portal to open.
You have to, Joel. You have to beat the game once, and you have to go through it again.
What's wrong?
Okay.
No. I'll tell you what to do. You have to beat it once, and then I think you have to open up that file and go back. I think is how it works. There's a certain way to get it to work. You may even have to get certain reports.
Don't you see what's happened?
Hey, what's
I'll look that up later because I want to see you try to fight Terra.
that? He took it?
Yeah, don't use the drives in the fights against Organization 13. Yeah, at this point, Joel, you're better off not doing so because if Anti-Form comes up, you're essentially screwed.
It's not like she stole it.
Well, this will be fun for sure to tell Belle and Beast's kid and Descendants.
I do like this. Funny enough, this is one of the only second visits I really like.
I want you to leave the
I'm gonna say Pirates was okay.
Pirates is okay. Yeah, I'll give you that.
This is what
Everything else, and maybe the Olympus second visit.
Yeah.
Every other one's pretty much useless. I don't care for the Agrabah one. Definitely don't care for the Agrabah one. Not Halloween Town. Not Lion King.
Yeah, I like Beast Castle in general.
Yeah, same beef.
So I have made the executive decision, Cole. I'm sort of writing Jafar in my Kingdom Hearts fanfic as essentially the Littlefinger of the saga.
Why have you not done that to begin with?
I didn't know Littlefinger was a thing when I started.
Look, Belle.
I even want him to say Littlefinger's line of chaos is a ladder.
For Jafar, that would probably work. For Jafar, that would actually probably really work.
Although it'll be probably less sexual.
Well, exactly. Well, Joel, Littlefinger wants to bang any woman he comes into contact with. Figures, let's try that in a separate story. Oh god, a sexualized.
I mean, he did kiss Jasmine in the Aladdin.
Oh god, nope. Another video, another time, anyway.
Did you know that in the live action Aladdin they just decide to make Jasmine the Sultan at the end of the movie?
What do they just kill the Sultan off?
No, he decides to retire.
I kind of like that.
He was like, you know what, Jasmine? You're probably the best person to run this kingdom instead of me. You know what?
I kind
Here
of.
you go. You're in charge. You can do whatever you want.
I kind of like that.
Okay, let's actually go to his room because we gotta save. We can. Are we supposed to console the beast again?
Yes.
No, that's right. I'm sorry, I'm a little off my game today.
Clearly.
I just wanted to talk to Cole and do something fun for myself. 'Cause I was bored.
Oh yeah, considering you're really gonna have to get in game going forward, Joel. The Sultan's decision to retire is the smartest thing he's ever done. Well, yeah. Oh yeah, there's the Marlush. There's the Marlush.
Come
The
on,
what?
I need to hear
Oh, that's right.
There's the Mar.
You used to be fearless. You would have given
Do you
your
want
life
to try it for lulz, or do you want to just...
Yeah, I want to see you try to fight Marluxia.
gave us
You know
all
I'm not gonna win, right?
Oh yeah, I know that. How was the live action Aladdin? I have no idea because I did not see
I
it.
mean, are you really
Never seen
gonna
it, but I've heard
throw
mixed things. It's not as bad as the Beauty and the Beast, but it's not as good as like Jungle Book.
Well, it's the only hope for Cogsworth
Yeah. Oh
and the
yeah,
others,
trust me,
too.
Joel. I know you're not gonna win. I just want to see you
So
try.
don't throw away your last chance. Remember
All
what
right.
it was like before
And people, when I do my level 1 run, I am not fighting Marluxia. I am not that insane. People have better people than I have done it and have succeeded, but I am not those people.
Can we at least see you try, even if you're not gonna win?
Oh sure, I'll try. But I highly doubt I will win.
Zaldin will never be welcome here.
Because the thing
looked.
about Marluxia, Joel, remember, I'll be at level 1, and if he hits me once, I'm dead.
You know what? The more I think about it, yeah, snoking the organization members minus Axel and maybe Vexen is probably the best thing. I'm still gonna have, you know, like it's still gonna play out more or less the same. Like Sora goes to the Twilight Town, he fights Vexen, and then Axel kills him. That,
Joel, focus. Biscuit, for example, did it with further restrictions. Yeah. Yeah. Believe me, better people than I have tried and have succeeded.
here we go.
You might want to save.
I did save.
Okay, good. Never mind.
Well, I saved when I went into the beast room. If that's what you mean.
Well, oh, this is going to be fun. Good luck, Joel.
Who's this guy? That's what Sora's asking himself right now.
Well, exactly. He doesn't know who the hell he is. Have good luck, Joel.
Oh, that's right. I have to do the time
Oh,
thing.
I do too. The Marluxia's in Beast Castle.
I'm surprised. You know, that's another reason they should have kept Marluxia alive, because it's the whole Rose thing. Like he works
Yeah.
so much better.
Well, he's alive now. Careful.
That's right. I can't take hits. That's right. That's why I'm not losing
Actually,
health.
you actually might do decently. Oh, I'm interested to see just how well Joel does. Oh yeah, you can actually restore your count. Oh, that was a mistake, Joel.
Well, I'm not even planning on winning, so I don't care at this point. I'm willing to be a little more risque.
He to learn how to block strikes. Believe me, the further he gets, he will. Believe me, he will. You're actually not doing too bad.
Not enough to win, but I maybe just get a few
Don't-
hits.
No, don't say that, Joel. Yeah, you're not doing that bad. You could actually probably win this fight if you tried. Yeah, you actually probably could win.
Nope.
Do not step in those. Do not step in those.
I lost, Cole. You're behind.
But yeah, you could probably win that fight, actually.
If I put a lot of effort and just like sat down and just thought about it, I probably could. But
If you blocked, that fight would probably have been over.
actually, let's check. I don't even know if I have guard equipped, to be quite honest.
Check that. Believe me, Joel, you need to check that right now.
Alright,
You're gonna need it.
yeah, I got guard. Okay, good. Let's
And
check
if
what
you
else.
learn, and Reflect is essentially a better version of Guard.
Actually, let's hang on. Let me check something. Okay. No.
Do you even know what Reflect is, Joel?
Nope. What is reflect?
Reflect is Guard, but it reflects their damage back onto them.
Ooh, okay. So.
Go back and try that. Go back and try it again. Go back and try it again.
Alright, I say, just so you know.
Because I think we can get you to beat Marluxia. I think we can get that to happen.
I'm not injured. I want to get past this. I want to get past that Zaldin too. Well, we'll try a few times, but I'm not breaking promises.
You're not making promises. You're not breaking. You have to make a promise to break one, Joel. Hammer square to block. See? They have to actually attack you first. I was going to say upgrade Reflect first. Well, yeah, but even so, Reflect now will easily do the trick. There you go.
I think I did better the first time, to be quite honest.
Actually, no, you're damaging him a lot quicker. Guard, guard. Right as he charges and it's coming out, you just hit guard. There you go.
Yeah.
See? Now if you hit those things, you're dead. Actually, that's a good strategy, Joel. That's a really good strategy. There you go. There you go. The sad part, Joel, is you don't give yourself nearly enough credit when you play this game. You could be, yeah. And don't worry, because Donald and Goofy are pretty much useless here, so don't even bother. How,
better this time, though.
yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Like I said,
or do you want to go on?
I want to see.
What?
I want to see if you can overcome Marluxia. I legitimately want to see that.
I don't want to make any promises.
Even Beaker's like, yup.
All right, let's try one more time. Let's try third time's the charm, and if we can't get it the third time, then we'll call it quits.
And you'll go on to Zelda. It's at least good practice for the further organization fights.
That's true. Plus, I just need to think of my strategies more anyway. I've been doing too much of the hack and slash.
You're gonna need to.
You know, I've
there
been
you
using.
go. The more.
You know, I've been
But
using.
see, when you implemented it, you were actually doing pretty decently.
I've been using a lot of just hack and slash. Let's try and actually use some magic on this guy.
I would focus on Reflect, because Blizzard is just wasting magic.
God dang.
Remember, when he immediately starts, he's immediately gonna try to. And as soon as he starts, he's immediately gonna attack you. Using Beaker's techniques about making sure to stagger them. Or I forget what it's actually called, Beaker. Correct me in the chat.
I wonder how do you restore your count? You said there was a way to do it.
You have to do it right there with one of the with one of the reaction commands.
All right.
Usually, I think you have to do that through his main thing, I believe. Yeah, reaction command. Be careful. Also remember,
Oh, yeah. Ah!
died.
Yeah.
Alright, might as well go on to Zaldin.
Alright, but I think that was the best part, time.
I think with a little bit of practice, maybe a couple videos in the future, we'll try to get you to go through the absent silhouettes.
Oh, lordy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back because I actually gotta restock. Hang on. I gotta restock myself here. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Crimson Jazzes, yeah, I'm with you, Feker. Actually, no, the ones in the Cavern of Remembrance are worse. Good God, those things are worse. Just like those fucking cars. Oh,
These fire things are annoying.
they're worse than the Cavern of Remembrance, trust me.
Everything's worse in the Caverns of Remembrance.
Yes, everything is worse. That you could not be more right, Joel. And I know because I had to get to Platinum 2. Reckless is yes, exactly. To Platinum 2, I had to do all the data battles. That meant getting through the Cavern of Remembrance. That probably took years off my life. Trying to eventually completing all that.
Last night I spent some time just trying to organize the various chapters, because one of the other problems I'm kind of suffering at the moment is like when to intersect.
Should make like a diagram, Joel.
I've organized it like, cause the great thing about the way Chain of Memories has been set up for me is like I can have like all of Sora's story and all of Riku's story can essentially be like their own thing. Oh shit. Oy. And then I just sort of like organize it like, okay, this is where Sora's story, then we go back to Riku, then we go to Max for a bit. Thankfully Max intersects with Riku's story by the middle half, so it's like I don't have to like 3 stories.
Gotcha. Vigor, if I'm gonna pitch you something, I'm gonna pitch you something. Kingdom Hearts 1 Proud Speedrun by Joel.
I'm not that crazy.
How about just a playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 1 on Proud?
I could do that. I would actually like that. I could actually enjoy that maybe a bit more. I like one so much. Oh, nope, not gonna die. I'm not dying.
Because you realize you're gonna die a lot more, Joel.
I know, but right now I just want to kick some heartless butt. Okay, I'm tired of fighting all these little heartless. We're just gonna cause them.
Yeah, you need to fight Zaldin.
You came after all. You had me worried. I was afraid you'd given up.
But yeah, like I've been organizing the Riku and Sora chapters. Just like it's a pacing thing at this point.
What do you guys really want?
You know, like how
I hear
much
you.
you want to stay with Riku, then go back to Sora.
Right.
Because Riku will still be, story will still be the one that ends it, like chronologically.
So you see, Beast. That's why we need your
Right.
heartless and your noble.
Oh yeah, there's Zaldin.
Hi, Zelda.
I always like Zaldin's look.
Think I should use the drive form here, or maybe avoid it still?
I'd avoid it. I don't like how Zaldin's voice got deeper in the later games. I believe they changed his voice actor, Vigor, if I remember correctly. I don't believe I believe in other games they lost his. Yeah, actually, they did change his voice actor. I don't think his original voice actor ever came back. It's apparent because in some of the cutscenes that they dubbed in for Final Mix in this, they use a different voice actor because I don't believe they could get the original back. I find it funny they couldn't get him back, but they got Luke Swords and everyone else back.
Yeah.
Well, Luke Sword's staying around. We don't know what he's doing. We don't know what Luke Sword's role is, but he's got one.
I'm glad. I like Luke Sword quite a bit.
Me too, except when I was trying to race him in that Pirates World.
Oh, don't talk about the Pirates World. It's funny how people really like the Pirates World, and I'm like, no.
I like it on a gameplay. I like the gameplay. I do not like it in a story fashion whatsoever. Because they somehow, Nomura, of all the people who should have made that work, Nomura somehow did that world worse. He made it worse than Port Royal, and I don't know how that's physically possible.
Potion, sir.
He somehow made the Caribbean worse in 3 than in 1 and then in 2.
Alright, let's decide. Just making sure I have all my basics. Alright, no. Nope.
She hit the floor, she hit the floor. Try to get low. For some reason, when you were doing that, that made me think of that song. Wasn't that Soldier Boy? Figure, if I suspect Disney had something to do with it. You know, that's an interesting point. What about Disney was restrictive on pirates?
They were certainly restrictive on Frozen.
It wouldn't surprise me if it were that way on pirates as well.
So they wanted Nomura to put in the politics of the.
No, I mean subjugating that stuff out, trying to keep it more lighthearted. Because remember, I think 2 caught some flack for using Port Royal, if I remember correctly.
Perhaps.
Because that's the only sense I can make of it. I'm like, Nomura, how the hell did you screw that up?
Big Hero 6 world feels a bit underdeveloped too.
Unfortunately, yes. I like the story. Actually, yeah. I like the story of Big Hero, but from a gameplay sense, it feels a bit. It feels really underused.
Is that?
And I think that's apparent too, because someone had a mod. Someone hacked the game, and apparently there were other areas of that world that were just sectioned off, that were actually in the game that just weren't finished. To be fair, Joe, we also had Scala ad Kylum in 3, and it's there for the final battle.
Yeah. That's stuck.
I'm hoping we see Scala more in the future, and I think we're going to. Actually, yeah, I think we have to. We have to see Scala more at some point.
Out of my castle now. With pleasure.
Let's see how you do against Alan, Joel.
I'm scared.
He's not as bad as his data form. I think you'll be fine.
I remember having trouble in regular mode. Hello, that was because I used the drive, and I regret that decision, so I'm not gonna do that this time. What is some good advice? What's some good advice, Cole?
Good one, Bell.
Hang on. I still don't understand why they trade the Keebler Graveyard for that as that final battleground. Yeah. Actually, Joel, I would have preferred having Scala to be the full-on battleground, actually.
Yeah,
Which is sad, because Keyblade Graveyard's kind of just there just to be a battle circle, where I'm like, why couldn't you have done that with Scala? That would have worked a bit better, too.
Okay, Cole, I need advice. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Don't get hit.
That doesn't help.
What am I doing?
Let's use a special move first.
First off, do not when he's completely surrounded by wind, do not attack him because he'll hurt your ass.
Let's go.
The thing I am annoyed about is I love the look of Scala Kylum.
When is he
I
never?
love the music, and I love the music that Shimamura composed for it. But we hear it for like a total of like 10 seconds. You're fine, you're fine. Guard and use the reaction commands on him, yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, start using guard, Joel.
Well, I'm kind of moving at the moment, so.
You can block that wind thing, by the way. You jump.
Ah!
Sounds like people are coming for you, Joel. Actually, that was okay. 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 All right.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I think you can also get a Mickey revive if you lose to this guy.
You do dodge. There you go. You do, trust me. That was the first time I ever got Mickey.
I've gotten my Mickey thing earlier. I'm trying to wait for the
That was
wind
the
to
first
go
time.
away before he starts.
Well, I mean, when he's got a circle by an aura, he's gonna have wind around him always, but a larger form is when you're gonna be screwed. I think you have to get rid of that. Okay, keep going. You're fine. You're
I
fine. You're fine.
think I'll be full. Yeah. Okay. I won't give up. Okay. I always forget how I do this.
Save us, Mickey.
My hand hurts.
They're really putting Joel to work today.
Oh shit. Yay! I did it.
Good.
Woo!
Well, Mickey saved your ass, but
True, but we did it. It's the results that matter, Cole, not the
you got the
process.
second. You got the second reflect part.
You know what the cool thing though about Days is, Cole? When I get to that,
What?
the organization stuff is so minimal anyway that I don't really have to snoke any of them. I can just
Yeah.
have I can just have Roxas and Xion just go to different worlds and have an overarching Disney villain plot.
Yep.
And obviously I gotta tie in Bill and in the Xion stuff, but oh, there's a cute. Know what's great about the manga, also about Days, Cole,
What?
is that it really plays on the whole slice of life stuff really well.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a slice of life Kingdom Hearts story with like
That's
I know,
basically what it is, even regularly.
I know it's done better. Like they're the
To be fair,
cute.
Joel, you have never played Days.
I've seen the cutscenes. I know it's mostly just them
Yeah,
on
but you never-
sitting
Yeah, but you
nice.
never played it because essentially, I think that's part of the thing that the HD version kind of lacks is that not playing gameplay. The gameplay kind of plays up the slice of life a bit more as well because it's more like you're playing like a day in the life in terms of missions, and it feels a little more slice of life funny enough.
It also helps. Also gives the organization members more personality.
Say it.
Go on.
Yeah.
Come on. You can do it.
We have confidence.
Don't be bashful now.
This is the one thing I don't miss is these weird, awkward moments where like everyone says something at once.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3 really ups the cinematic part.
Yeah.
Like, man, these worlds are so lifeless. It's sad.
I will.
Even in one, they were relatively lifeless.
Music.
One made it work for me for some reason.
No, well, nah. The only places they're really not lifeless, Joel, is in Traverse Town.
See, I disagree. Something about one works way better than two.
I think one, it's because of just how the tone works. But if you go back, Joel, a lot of the worlds are just as empty and lifeless. The problem with two is that is how
I'm
the
talking
levels are
about
designed.
I'm talking about the cutscenes.
Two of them do seem made for each other.
Even then, I'd still fight you on that.
That too.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give you that. That's the only reason one works a bit better. But in terms of the NPCs, Joel, believe me, other than Traverse Town, there are no others. One also suffers from that pretty badly. Actually, one probably would work up a bit better if it had a bit more NPCs, actually.
Look, it's all cloudy and kind of fuzzy.
I think we have to replay one soon, Cole, because I agree with you about compared like to 3, but there's something about that works that 2 doesn't have. Let me save.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with you there, Joel. But I'm not saying one is that much better, unfortunately.
But it works way better.
Works in quotation.
No, I think it's something about it just works better.
No, I'm gonna fight you on that. I'll fight you on that.
Maybe just the way the
I will fight you on.
world levels are designed. That I think it works.
I think that's a large part of it. It's not in terms of how the characters that are there in the cutscenes. Because no, even then there's parts of that I think.
Well, I think also because they don't try to recreate movie moments too.
Yeah. But in terms of just what's there, yeah, believe me, 1 is not much better than that, Joel. The only reason it works better is because it doesn't overtly try to recreate everything.
Do you want to do Hercules now?
I would go to Port Royal next. I would do Port Royal next.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, you're right, because it's level 37.
Yeah. Believe me, you want to do Port Royal next.
Alright, let's go into Port Royal.
Yeah, one is better because it doesn't try to overtly recreate everything, but one holds up okay in just in how simple it is, but in terms of like what 3 does in terms of design, one doesn't hold a candle in terms of 3 in that extent.
Well, none of them do compared to 3.
Well, yeah.
If we're comparing, I feel like 3 is too much of its own category at this point.
Well, the thing is, too, we also have to recognize 1 is a game that has aged. Parts of it have not aged well.
I actually like 1 still quite a lot compared to even 2.
Well, yeah.
And I've been playing 1 quite a bit, and I think I much prefer 1 over 2 and the others. Even 3 to a certain extent.
The funny thing is, you and I have come around on 2 quite a bit.
Oh, definitely. I'm not saying we haven't. I'm talking about gameplay, Cole. I enjoy 1's gameplay even more than I do the others.
Ooh, not me. No, not me. No, and I will fight you on that every step of the way, Joel. No. No, Joel, I will always bring this up to you. 1 had a major problem when it came out.
The camera?
That 2 fixed. The camera sucked. It absolutely sucked. And also, you don't remember this either, Joel?
I'm talking about 1 final mix, by the way. I'm not talking about Kingdom Hearts 1, the original.
Well, again, if we're talking just original, 1 also had another, other than camera, if you wanted to use a special move, you had to go diagonally, go all the way down and press them to actually use them instead of having just a triangle be the be-all, end-all.
Are we talking about different things? I'm talking about Kingdom Hearts 1 as of the one I have.
Well, again, even then, no. Also, even the camera in 1 is a bit annoying, and trust me, Joel. Joel, have you ever fought the secret bosses in 1?
I did once.
Kurtz-Iza?
Just Kurtz-Iza, and we almost had it too.
Okay, that's why. Okay.
I've never played. I've actually tried the Phantom too, but I don't like Phantom.
From a gameplay standpoint, 2 is a heck of a lot more user-friendly. No, Joel, I am not with you on that in the slightest.
Maybe because I play 1 more than you do, to be fair. I play 1 quite a bit.
Joel, believe me, I've played 1 quite a bit. Trust me.
I mean, granted, you know, the final Anthem stuff is like hard as heck. Especially that final boss.
And the funny part, Joel, is if you think that's hard, try going through the secret stuff even more, and you will realize how unforgiving 1 can be. Yeah. No, I will always fight you on that, Joel. No, 2 is a lot more user-friendly than 1 ever has been, even to this day. Trust me.
Gotcha.
I've spent, believe me, hours of my time, even before Final Mix came out, and I beat Kurtz-Iza, I beat Sephiroth. I've done all of that, trust me.
Oh, are we gonna get in trouble, Cole, with the copyright for the Pirates World? Or are we gonna be fine?
No.
Okay.
We should be relatively fine.
Okay.
We should be, hopefully.
Cause I ain't
Part of
doing
me
this
wants to
again.
No, we'll just skip it. If we'll go forward, and this video will just be lost to the heavens. So forget about it.
All right.
A part of me wants to see you try to play the original version of one, Joel.
I don't think we can.
Oh, there's no. Even just hearing you try to play, there's no way we could. Unless you somehow had a PlayStation 2, there's no way you could play the original.
I used to have a PlayStation 2.
Such a good console too.
Yeah.
Even to this day, the PlayStation 2 is still really, really good.
What are we supposed to do again? I completely lost track of what.
You are supposed to go on the. You're supposed to go on the. I'll go along with you too, Vigriff. Honestly, the only parts of 1 and 2 I tend to enjoy most are the final worlds. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Well, I disagree. I like the whole story of 1, and I enjoy the worlds of 1 way more.
No, Agrabah maybe, Joel. I'll give you that, but other than that,
Nah, I disagree. I've enjoyed the other worlds of 1 way more.
Speaking of, okay, we're gonna get even more into this. Another reason why I'll even fight you on there, Joel. If you had to give me the option of skipping Atlantica in 1, I will always do it. I will always skip Atlantica.
Atlantica's not my favorite, but I quite enjoy it. It's fun.
No, I will always, from a gameplay standpoint, I will always skip it because I talked about another part. That's another part of 1 that did not particularly age well. That was not designed particularly well.
I also really like Hollow Bastion too, of course.
That's a final world, Joel.
It's not the final world, to be fair.
Joel, Vigor said the final worlds. That's how he phrased it.
Oh. I also like Traverse Town. I have like the easiest time leveling up in that world because I have a system. I've created a system of how to, okay, that's not gonna work.
Maybe Traverse Town, Hollow Bastion, Agrabah, and the end of the world are my favorite parts of 1. Everything else is hit or miss. I don't even particularly care for Neverland that much.
That's my favorite, but it's not definitely not my. I like the Deep Jungle. I've gotten used to Deep Jungle.
Maybe.
You and I just have very different experience with Kingdom Hearts 1, Cole.
To be fair, Joel, actually, yeah, let's go into why that is, Joel. What did you play first in Kingdom Hearts? You played 2.
Yeah.
I played 1.
Yeah.
I started from the very beginning.
Yep, you did.
Exactly. Thank you, Virgo. That's exactly it. Yeah, because we're on hook ship the entire time.
Yeah, it's true. That's a little annoying.
Yeah, exactly. 1 is good from a story standpoint, Joel. I will give you that.
See, I just like the way it feels too.
Ooh.
I like the way Sora feels more.
Oh, you mean Sora in terms of what?
How he just plays.
Ooh, not me. Mm-mm. No.
I like the more tank-heavy feel.
What do you mean tank-heavy feel?
He doesn't feel as light and bouncy as he does in later games.
See, that's the same problem with you, Joel. You like a game that has more weight.
Exactly.
And the thing is, I do not like 1's version of it.
Stop that, Jack. We've got to rescue him.
And the funny part is, have you ever played another game where a character has that kind of weight?
Will.
I don't play a lot of games, but so no.
And there you go.
Except maybe Crash Bandicoot.
I think that's maybe where our experiences take, because I've played a lot of other games that do kind of the slow and steady thing a bit better. Well, actually, a lot better than Kingdom Hearts does. I think that's where my holdup with this is, Joel.
Maybe.
I think I have a lot more to compare 1 to, and just in terms of 1 is a very average version of it. A good story, but very, very average in terms of how its gameplay is executed.
I think I'm the only one who made it back to the ship.
You know what's funny too, Joel?
What?
I've gone back and played some of the older, like, SpongeBob games, not Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Revenge of the Flying Dutchman?
No, I didn't have a lot of the SpongeBob games outside Bikini Bottom in the movie.
I liked that game as a kid. I went back and played it today. Nowadays, that game is terrible. It is absolutely. It was a game that was not designed well. It had a lot of technical issues. Actually, you probably don't even know this, Joel. That game had a RAM bug where you could play that game through most of it, but if you got unlucky enough, there would be an occasion where it would fry your save file, and you'd have to start back the entire game because of how the game was made for the PlayStation 2. So it was always critically flawed. Remember how in BB Birth by Sleep, where the unversed were presented as a victory, only that they were to be diminished because of the empty world war? Yep.
See, the
Birth by Sleep
one
also has
just
that
doesn't.
issue.
I just don't get that issue with one. I just don't feel it the same way. When compared to the other games.
Well, no, because the other games do it worse, but it's still a bit of an issue in one, Joel. I think that's where you and I are. I think that's what you're misunderstanding. One has it, though the other games just do it worse.
One does everything better. Except perhaps Worlds.
Other than no, 3, no. I'll always nope. Other than 3, nope. Nope.
So it was the
I think we have to play 1 again, Cole. We have to sell some issues.
Joel, believe me. Joel, I have spent hours of my life, 10 years of my life with 1. That is something you are, and no one is ever going to shift. I'm sorry. That's just not going to happen.
Oh shoot, I forgot. How do we do this guy again?
Believe the second version of this, believe me. 1 is better than 2 in those aspects, Joel. I will give you that. But 1 also has issues.
I just find 1 easier to play. Or maybe
wait, say that again. Please say that again.
I just find 1 easier to play. I always find myself going back to that one more. Oh shit. This doesn't need to be by the sun, does it?
Huh? No, you're fine.
Okay, good. Kind of forgot how you fight this one. Also, by the way, I'm just thinking of one, like, I still have to re-edit that thing. I took out a bunch of stuff.
Also, Joel, to be fair, the Final Mix version, you are playing a much easier version of 1.
That is true, but that's the version I'm talking about.
And even so, there's a lot of gameplay things that I think 2 just improves upon.
Not over yet.
Nathan, it's like when my brother asked if I prefer Jak 2 or 3. Exactly, Nathan, thank you.
Excuse me.
Nathan, while you're here, what is a game that, help me out here, what is a game that has a very slow gameplay? Like, and we're talking old style, like GameCube, PlayStation 2 days.
But as we're honorable pirates, we should always stick to the code. Alright, you.
I'm just thinking of all the edits I still have to make to Kingdom Hearts 1, because I took out a big subplot that kind of was important. The first draft.
Just a few souvenirs.
I didn't.
For the memories.
Huh?
Oh no! We can't stop the curse unless we got all the
I will give you one gameplay thing, Joel, that I think 1 does better than 2.
Mm-hmm.
I like the magic of 1 better.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, I never cared for 2's magic system.
I don't like any of the magic systems, honestly. I don't even like 3's that much.
I'll even give you that. The only thing about 3 gameplay-wise that I really love is the Keyblade transformations.
Yeah,
Because those
good.
offer variety to the gameplay.
Do you think... Hey, Cole, let me ask you something. To change the topic.
Yeah.
Do you think adding Aladdin to the 3rd act of my Kingdom Hearts Reimagined is a good idea? I showed you that.
I would hold off on even wait to get to that part, Joel, before you even think about that. And I will tell you why. There's going to be 1,000 other ideas you're going to want to implement to that. Wait on it. Just wait. Don't even ponder it right now. Don't even think about it. Wait on it.
Okay.
You'll thank me for telling you that. Do not do that right now.
Were I only
Alright.
fortunate.
Actually, let me give people, any here writers, a piece of advice. If you are writing a story and you have a really, really cool idea, an idea that you love, you're like, yeah, this is an amazing idea, you want to add it to your story, don't. Do not do it. Give it a week. Come back to it. If that idea still persists, then add it.
But I wrote it like a couple months ago.
But hold on. If you go a week and that idea is no longer that present in your mind, it's typically a good indicator that there really wasn't a lot of room for that idea to work. That it wasn't an easy jumping on point. That doesn't, however, mean that it won't ever work. Maybe it'll work sometime later down the line.
To find ourselves a ship that'll float.
I always try to tell people when that kind of impulsive kind of idea comes in, you always want to wait on it, because the more you impulsively add things, the more you are compounding so much stuff on top of yourself to the point where going back and fixing that kind of stuff is a nightmare. It is an absolute nightmare.
Maybe you're right. Maybe they just add an extra subplot that doesn't need to be added.
Yeah, like I said, Joel, always be careful, and especially knowing how you write, wait on that. Just wait on that. That's the more you try to think too much down the line of putting ideas in that don't apply. Actually, here's another piece of advice. Ideas that don't work in the story you are currently telling, wait on them. Just wait on them. Because you never know. When you write a story later, you never know when those ideas that you thought about a lot earlier, you're like, that works. That works beautifully. And I'm glad I waited on that.
You're probably right. Especially because it's weird that Aladdin shows up, but then the other Disney characters, with the exception of maybe like Phil, show up in Traverse Town.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, you got the Save the King recipe. Nice. Do me a favor one day, Joel. Look up like a gameplay video of Revenge of the Flying Dutchman on the PlayStation 2. You'll see what I'm trying to. You'll see what I mean. Also, I'll give you another idea of a game that hasn't aged well. The Fairly Odd Parents games.
Aw, I used to love those. Oh, and Vigor was wondering about his previous comment, by the way.
Which one?
Go back up.
What the? What the? Huh? What the?
What's the what?
Okay, sorry about that, Vigor. I did not, that was really strange. Okay.
What happened?
For some reason, Vigor's comment showed up on the PlayStation 4 stream, but not on the YouTube one, for whatever reason. That's really strange. Let's see. The other games do make the problem worse, and it didn't even rectify it until 3, and even then it's still present to some degree. Yeah. 3 still has, and again, a lot of that I think is, I believe when 3 entered its like final development, I believe there was probably crunch time, and that I imagine there would be some more things in 3 had they had a bit more time, but again, this is Namor we're dealing with, so yeah, it's even the emptiness thing is not completely rectified even in 3. It's been a problem in the entire series, truth be told.
Still feels more like Lively, though, of a universe, of a world, though.
Oh yeah, 3 just, I think, you know what's also, you know what I think makes, you know what I think 3 makes it stand out a bit more, Joel?
Wow.
Its use of color.
2.
3 has a much better color palette than 2 and 1. I like 2 in terms, I like 1 in terms of its tone, in terms of its color palette. The observation with 2 is always, I feel like its color palette is a bit bland.
Mm-hmm.
And The World That Never Was is the only one I kind of like from an aesthetic standpoint, but that's just because of how empty it is. But every other game, it's so over, the colors are just so, that's it, and there's nothing else really to it. Everything is, you've seen it, and that's it. I feel like I could spend a lot of time in 3 just looking at just the sheer colors and just how everything's designed. You know?
Yeah. Actually, Cole, you're right. I think actually by getting rid of that Aladdin subplot and just having Thor come to Traverse Town, it makes the third Traverse Town visit more simple than having this whole Weasel subplot.
Yeah. I think that would be a good habit for you to adopt, Joel. Anytime you have an idea like that, but then you're like, think about it. I feel like that's always a pretty good, that's a really good habit to have as a writer.
That and I've been not trying to publish until it's all done.
Yeah.
We're supposed to go here. Where are we going again? We're going back to East.
You gotta touch the chat. Go to Port Royal.
I thought we were supposed to go to Isla de Muerte first.
Yeah, you can go there, but you also gotta go to Port Royal eventually.
Oh, this place isn't accessible. I think we gotta go back to Port, or go to Isla de Muerte.
Yeah. You also have to go back to the ship graveyard because another one of the medallions is there.
Ah, dang. Could've gone there first. Ooh, I can actually. That's next. Ooh, cool. Okay, got an idea then. That actually helps now with another idea. How to round off Aladdin World.
Oh, speaking of which, Joel, back to the whole gameplay thing. There's there's another stipulation you and I have to add.
What?
And it's one you're famous for.
What?
You grind.
That's true. I love the grind.
Yeah. That's another stipulation we have to throw in there. If you do not grind, one can be a lot more of a pain in the butt. Trust me.
I find one easier to grind, by the way, too.
Yeah, I will give you that. Yes, one is a lot easier to grind. So, what did you thought of Xehanort just throwing in the Talon 3? Question eventually had to come up.
Have we talked about this a bunch?
You and I have talked about this a bunch, though. I'm of two minds about it. I like the idea of how he eventually gets to that place. And I do like the idea that the two people most deserving to die do die in that game. Ericus and Xehanort do die.
Right.
The two that deserve it most. The happiness of it all, I think, is the one tonal thing I'm a bit put off by.
Not like they got redeemed or anything.
Yeah. And I think that's the misconception. But again, and I feel like every time we talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 in any capacity, we have to talk about what it means to be redeemed. And the problem is Nomura has never really defined what that means.
At least he's not like George Lucas who just says, "Oh, redeemed."
Yeah.
I'm George.
I like the fact that Nomura hasn't done that because I feel like that makes it a little less problematic.
Oh, I wish Nomura had a Twitter though. I go being Japanese, so.
You can just use Google Translate, Joel.
I know, I think it could.
What I would give to watch Nomura be on Twitter.
Go full on JK. Rolling, go full on Russo brothers.
Thing is, Xehanort is dragged off of what constitutes as heaven just angers me to no end. I get that logic, Vigriff. My issue with that analogy as well is even though that's kind of tonally how it's presented, oh boy.
Just say it, Cole. Just say it. Just say what you gotta say.
Oh boy. This is the one problem that Nomura has really struggled with, and even in 3 this is the one thing that 3 does not help, and I think that also doesn't help your thing either, Vigriff. We still do not know what Kingdom Hearts really is. We still don't.
Not to mention now that with the new plus stuff coming. It's like what Xehanort knows more than he lets on. Let's go.
Yeah, so I even have a hard time getting uptight about that because again, Nomura never defines what Kingdom Hearts is. Is it supposed to be heaven? Is it supposed to be a reincarnation type thing? Is it just supposed to be you fade, just become one with like becoming one with the Allspark type thing? Is that what it's supposed to be?
I'm one with the Kingdom Hearts, and the Kingdom Hearts
doesn't tell me either. Oh, Nathan, that was great. That was good. Exactly, Nathan. Exactly.
I'm one with the Kingdom Hearts, and the Kingdom Hearts are with me. I'm one with the Kingdom Hearts, and the Kingdom Hearts are with me.
Well, exactly. I don't know what Kingdom... Is it Kingdom Hearts the Force?
Is it a place?
Again, Kingdom Hearts is never defined. Nomura refuses to define it.
But where's the chest?
If we find the hooded man, we'll find it.
And again, he never defines it because he retcons it every other game.
And also, young Xehanort's still a mystery to me, because I feel like he's letting on more than he knows.
Yeah, so I don't like. Is Master Xehanort know? Does he know more than he lets on? I guess.
And now we're getting into this thing called. Oh, Nate said maybe Kingdom Hearts were the friends we made along the way.
Oh god, they pull. Oh god, yeah. Oh.
Not if you. That's a J.J. Abrams sounding like ending.
But again.
Well, my friends are my power, so.
Still doesn't excuse what he's done. No, it doesn't. You're right, it doesn't. It does. It still does not excuse what he's done. But again, that's the question: is what happens to Ericus in Xehanort?
Also, to be fair, Cole, are we thinking too Western? Are we thinking too Western? Also, you have to think of the cultural differences here too.
I mean, too. That's the other thing we have to take into account as well. As sad as it pains me to say it, Japanese, and this is another thing I have to bring up whenever we talk about Kyriel. Japanese sensibilities when it comes to women being represented, they are a lot more conservative about that than even people in America are. And
I'm talking more about the whole Xehanort thing, Cole, not necessarily Kyrie.
Well, I know that, but I mean, even culturally, there are a lot more sensibilities in Japan that we as Americans don't necessarily share.
I heard that once when they were talking about like why does Roxas get a heart and why does Baymax get a heart? Like they have like the concept of everything is sentient or something like that. I'm probably butchering that, but you know.
Again, but. And the other sad thing too is that even based on other manga and anime endings, what 3 does with Xehanort and Ericus at the end isn't out of the ordinary. To be perfectly honest.
It's just more how it's executed.
I mean, and Vigriff and Nathan, actually Vigriff and Nathan, both of you are here. I can point to another manga and anime that does this similarly.
I forget, what am I supposed to do here? How am I supposed to get the coins out of him?
Magic, use magic on him.
Oh, there you go.
I can point to another anime and manga that does this, and also to another problematic degree. Naruto.
Yeah.
Naruto also has that, because Naruto also doesn't have a defined hell. But it
and
has
also remember, for what I've been hearing about like Kingdom Hearts original storylines, Riku might have gone full on and Sasuke.
Yeah. Oh, I think I just triggered Vigriff. Yeah.
Oh, and you know, like, and
it's
I don't.
There too. Vigriff, it's problematic there too. Don't get me wrong.
We're not saying they're right. We're just saying we have to keep this stuff in mind.
Yeah, Nathan says, "Oh God, yeah, Naruto had that problem a lot." Also, nobody has read a history book in that series. You are killing it with the sarcasm today, Nathan. That's great.
There we go. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Naruto had that. Even One Piece to a degree has that. The thing that One Piece does better than a bunch of other series at this point is it's a bit better with nuance.
Well, I think we're just talking about how he executes it. I don't think... I'm trying to get more at the conceptual here with the whole
even
cultural...
conceptually, One Piece executes it a bit better, is what I mean. I'll tell you another series, Joel, that executes that plot a lot better. Bleach.
I think I ran out of ether. Dang it, I always ran out of magic. Should I go limit form?
You think they taught in school they would know more? Yeah. Yeah. Funny enough, Bleach does that conceptually, Joel, but does it a lot better.
I'm sure there's a lot of things that do things better than Kingdom Hearts.
No, I mean, even in terms of that trope, Bleach does that
dang,
just
I
a
died.
lot better.
Dang it. I died.
How does Bleach do it better? For one, yeah, you died. Hang on.
I'll get some ethers. I'm just gonna pack myself with ether.
Nathan says, it's surprising how consistent One Piece is considering how long it's been going. Yeah. Yeah, it's surprising how well Oda's able to do that. For one, Bleach has a defined hell. Bleach has a defined underworld where if you are a shitty person, you go to hell.
Right now, Cole, in terms of like how I want to end Xehanort, I just want to just do what Endgame did with Thanos.
Yeah, I feel like I think that's the best way to go, Joel. Honestly. Also, again, Bleach has problems, but the one thing it manages to do, even with its villain, with Aizen, even when he gets beaten, it doesn't excuse what's been done, and he pays for what he's done. Now, granted, the final arc muddles that to an insane degree. To be fair, Bleach's final arc is problematic in every way it could possibly be, unfortunately, but that's a topic for another time anyway. So, yeah. Even another manga that I like, Kenichi, has that problem to an extent.
This might take a while longer than I expected. This might take a lot longer than I expected because this boss is a pain.
Yeah, it is, and in Critical, it's a lot more of a pain. Nathan, how is it, if you're still here, Nathan, I hope you're still here, how is that done in My Hero?
Yeah, I like My Hero. I mean, I've never watched... Ah, dang it. Okay, I gotta avoid his attacks.
Yeah,
I think I'm
also guarding. You gotta guard.
Okay, guard. Okay, you know what? Let's see, how am I using...
And remember, reflect is your friend, Joel.
I'm gonna get the Mega Ethers.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't really use Reflect when he's invincible.
Yeah, but even so, it should... I think it gives you coins, it might not, but even so. Also, take Blizzard out and put Thunder on.
Ah, dang it, too late. Next
Oh,
round. Next round. I don't know, Blizzard's been working well.
Consistent for the most part. Nice.
You know, at least, you know what I like though? One thing I think, you know what's strange I think, Cole? You know who's a character I think they actually did pretty well with the whole redemption thingy?
Yeah.
Vexen.
Yeah. Oddly enough.
He said he wanted to atone.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least Aizen gets karma, Xehanort doesn't. It's like Sidious won with the Force despite the fact that his action with creating a cancer. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, at least with Star Wars though, Cole, at least they play that more in the line of like, in Luke's eyes he would redeem, but in the galaxy he's not really.
Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with you, V-Griff. It's an issue, I will give you that.
I think the problem is, Cole, there's no one to say Xehanort was redeemed. Like, nobody's saying that. Well,
I think that's the other issue as well, is that Nomura's
there's no
insistence on being so vague about this stuff is a bit problematic, especially in trying to be as being definitive at 3 as it is.
Well, I like Vexen too because he's the only organization member I enjoy. Well, that's not true. I enjoy.
Mushu.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, that's not true actually. Ah, dang it.
Yeah. A lot of the organization members are actually a lot of fun.
They are.
Post 2. And Lord knows they're coming back. I'm going to be very interested to see what the hell they do with, at least in 3, yeah. Nathan, vagueness can only get you so far depending on what context or what you're conveying.
Amen
That's
to that.
something, funny enough, speaking about vagueness, that's what eventually hurt Bleach in the end.
But don't do vagueness.
That's essentially that's essentially what killed Bleach.
Okay, dodge. Okay, you got all the coins.
Yeah. The thing, at least with Bleach, arc to arc, they're good to watch and enjoy just in single arcs, but when you try to do it overarching, that final arc kills it as an overarching story. And that's so sad. I gotta hear, from what I'm hearing about One Piece lately, I'm loving what Wano's been doing, the Wano arc.
Okay, apparently the Reflect does not give you coins.
Then forget about it.
Okay, let's just run. And I got
Yeah,
the...
just forget about it.
He took all the dang coins. Oh, shh. That's the...
By the way, drive forms restore Joel.
I know, but every time I use the drive, I always go into shadow mode. I don't want to risk that.
I cannot wait until you get final, because once you just use final form, the chances of you using anti-form to go down. Thunder would have been helpful. Yeah, I agree. After this, Joel, switch out Blizzard with Thunder.
If I lose again to this guy, then yes, I will do that.
Yeah. And also, switch out Goofy for Donald. That way you can use Wisdom. Because that way you use magic a lot better.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Oy. Okay, no, it's good. I'm going limit 4.
I believe using drive from this side is not a good idea, right? As Joel uses. I love that we're just egging Joel on. It's great. Eager goes, never mind.
A lot of it's just me trying to avoid and wait for him to, when the magic finally works on. Oh shoot.
When the curse finally wears off.
Almost there.
You're almost there. You're getting there.
Slowly.
It's gonna be so sad if you die. I am gonna be so sad if you die. Go, quickly.
Where'd he go? Where did he go? There you go.
Okay, good. Quickly.
There! Hooray!
Thank God.
Let's do Hercules. Let's do Hercules. We're on a roll.
Hercules!
Hercules! Oh. We're gonna save. Ah.
Joel's like, I am not doing that again.
One idea I've actually quite enjoyed recently thinking about is for my final story. I'm gonna find a way so it'll be Bill, Maleficent, and Xehanort, Master Xehanort, kind of like all three of the big bad leaders of the villains. kind of in one story.
Vigriff with the Hercules.
Hercules. Dun 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 dun
Heartless
dun.
in the different worlds. We defeat those heartless, then they get the hearts.
Like I'm taking a page out of Marvel and sort of like the Kingdom Hearts 3 would be like Infinity War, and then my final story is more like
Find the
Endgame.
stronghold and finish them all,
Yeah.
once and for all.
You know what would be kind of interesting, Joel, and I don't. What you can kind of do, have like just Disney-centric stories within the actual Kingdom Hearts universe.
Anything at all.
What do you
Go
mean?
full on Marvel. Like have a solo Aladdin story, but dealing with like Kingdom Hearts like problems. Like maybe have a story of how of Aladdin having to deal with Heartless.
Those would be fun spin-offs. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, go full on MCU with it.
I could probably do something, think of something like
It's
that.
certain we don't need the likes of that hooded fellow and the Heartless about. They'll ruin the market for us true pirates.
So that's why
Also,
you want
the
to-
other annoying thing is this entire cutscene is just does not mean anything anymore.
Pirate always looks
Yeah.
tough in this one.
Too bad.
Jack doesn't even want the Keyblade in 3.
You turned over a new leaf.
The question is,
Now, Captain Jack playing more of a role in Kingdom Hearts 2 story is something I definitely want to try.
And what'll it be?
Yeah.
that lovely blade of Sora's.
Like, key to Disney character see returning.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I forgot how much these streams kill my throat.
What's the rub?
Oh, do you want to stop? We can stop Cole.
No, I'm good. I got water.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's OOC. Yeah.
Oh, there you see.
What does OOC mean, Joel?
Out of
Well,
character.
you've always got the pearl, Jack.
Yeah.
As I do. But someday I'll gather a bloodthirsty crew and come to take their
I feel like that old man. Is that what they're calling it now?
wield it. If I succeed,
Have you seen the meme of that one actor who, like, wears his hat backwards holding a skateboard and goes, "Hello, fellow young people."
Oh, Steve Buscemi, yeah.
Steve Buscemi,
Keyblade after all.
Yeah.
aka the voice of
Yeah, he's
Randall.
great.
Really?
Yeah, Buscemi's great.
Kind of alike, don't you think?
He's crazy, but he's a lot of fun.
I've seen some Steve Buscemi clips, and I'm like, I wonder if Vanitas had to deal anything with that when he was with Randall.
Some say Jack Sparrow's the worst pirate ever to sail the Spanish main.
I use a "How do you do, fellow kids" meme way too much. It's such a good meme to use, though.
I hope we'll
Because
get
we're
to see
becoming
It's
that
so
age, Cole,
good.
because we're getting old.
Exactly. Well, yeah, you're 25. I'm 23.
Yep. Oh, bye-bye, Vigriff.
See ya, Vigriff. It's such a good meme. So good.
You're reading from before. See? I knew it wasn't a glitch. Yeah, but it's still all cloudy and kind of fuzzy. Well, we know one thing for sure.
Actually, Joel, check the Halloween Town and Agrabah Worlds level real quick.
Donald and Goofy go out and help folks, the reading gets stronger.
Alright.
I wonder what. Hey, Sora, we're gonna try to find out more about this reading.
Oh yeah, I get to watch you try to fight Roxas on Critical. That's gonna be fun.
Fighting him on regular was hard enough.
Yeah, he's a hard boss.
Alright, so Aladdin Nightmare is level 41, and Aladdin is level 40. Let's save first. We should...
Yeah, we should. We'll do Olympus and then we'll call it
Alright,
for the time being.
we're level 45. Yeah, we're level 45. So I should level up grind a bit afterwards until the next time.
Yeah. Oh, apparently Loa's watching Hercules.
Ooh. Good
Funny
timing.
enough.
Comment on that, would you?
Sure. Bushimi's best quote is from Spy Kids 2. Do you think God stays in heaven? I forgot Bushimi's in Spy Kids. Oh, God.
It's Buscemi.
You feeling any
can see-
Buscemi, yeah.
And Ricardo
YouTubers just screwed it up
Montalban.
Wonder Boy here thinks his hero
God,
is
I had forgotten about... God, I have not thought about those movies in forever.
We know you're a hero.
That's right. Wonder Boy. How could you mope on a momentous day like today?
Did you know in the Descendants universe, Maleficent and Hades got married and had a kid?
Anything less than a certified
That somehow really works for some reason.
Mal, who's the main character of Descendants. So yeah, the main character of Descendants is Maleficent and Hades' daughter.
Did you ever see the Spy Kids movies, Joel?
I saw the first. Yeah, I think I saw all of them. I saw the first 3.
Except I did too. I didn't care enough to see the fourth. And I heard the fourth was terrible. So.
Yeah.
Because he to listen to what he's created. Yeah, that's a great line. That is a great quote. Spy Kids 1's pretty good. 2 is good too. 3, I remember.
That has Elijah Wood. That has Elijah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And Rocky, Rambo.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone's the bad guy.
You know what's funny? They did peek at 2. You know what's funny? One of my favorite movie scenes is in Spy Kids 3.
Which one is it?
It's when Judy's grandfather sees the toy maker when he's in the real world, and he's talking about all the shit that you did to me is what caused me to lose my legs and miss that, but it also taught me humility and all that. And I came all this way to tell you that I forgive you. That's why I searched you out all these years.
That's Ricardo Montalban for you.
I love that. I love that scene. It's a great scene in a rather mediocre to bad movie.
Those movies are so weird.
Nathan says 3 was the first 3D film I ever saw in theaters, same here, and it has not aged well at all. It wasn't even particularly well done originally. And we thought that's what video games was gonna be like. Think about that for a minute, Joel.
Yeah.
Spy Kids 3 is what we thought video games were gonna be.
Well, we're slowly making it there. Virtual reality is becoming a thing.
We're getting there. We haven't got the Maker yet, but we'll get there.
We haven't got full on Sword Art Online yet.
You know what's funny, Joel?
What?
Elijah Wood got Snoke before Snoke did.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood got Snoked before Snoke. He's there for one scene, gets into one level, then he gets shocked to death and dies. It's hilarious.
Alright, what do I do? Alright. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm a little off still. I'm still kind of just on autopilot when I'm talking to you. It's just funny, I'm such a good multitasker most of the time.
Yeah.
And, who is that guy? I wonders. Martin Sheen?
I remember Mike Judge was in Spy Kids. Who? What, Joel?
No, not Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen. Was Martin Sheen was in Spy Kids?
No. He played, like, the TV host in the first movie.
Yeah. What the hell's that guy's name?
Fudge.
The hell's that dude's name? Let me look it up. We should do commentaries on this films.
Alan Cumming, thank you. That's right.
right.
He was in Doctor Who last season.
Foop. Oh yeah, I forgot about Foop. Foop was always a lot of fun.
Foop
also,
from
Machete's in this movie.
Remember Foop from the Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah. Remember Machete was in those movies, and that's how we got a Machete movie.
Yeah.
Because of that, he was in that. Then they got a demo trailer. Then we got a Machete movie.
I always just think Spy Kids and Shark Boy and Lava Girl are part of the same franchise.
I did too. Me too, Joel. Me too. Well,
they were the same director, so.
Talk about another. You also want another weird idea, Joel?
What?
In Shark Boy and Lava Girl, that movie has an actor where they peaked and everything they were in afterwards, they just continued being worse, and that was Taylor Lautner.
Oh, I hope Taylor Lautner gets something else to do.
He is not a good actor. He peaked at Shark Boy, and he did not get any better afterwards.
Okay, let's review.
I imagine most of Rodriguez's work is in a similar universe, oddly enough, yeah. Taylor Lautner, he was in Twilight, he wasn't particularly good in that. Then he was in that Abduction movie where he wasn't good in that. Then he was in the Neighbors movie, he wasn't particularly good in that. No, he was in Grown Ups, he wasn't particularly good in that.
Had he been like in indie films or something?
No, he was in roles after Twilight, and he just... I guess they just stopped giving him work.
I have not seen any Kristen Stewart movies outside of Twilight. And that maybe that Snow
Kristen
White
Stewart,
movie.
His meddling friends.
Well, Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson are decent actors when they got away from Twilight. But actually, both of them in Twilight, I don't hate the Twilight movies like most people. Funny enough. Taylor Lautner is the only thing that I don't care about in any of the movies. Kristen Stewart was in a movie with Julianne Moore, Saving Alice, Something Alice. Great movie. She's good in that. Robert Pattinson was in a movie called Water for Elephants, which I hear he was really good in. And then he's in this upcoming movie with Willem Dafoe. That looks fucking phenomenal.
We're watching a Harrison Ford movie with Will Dafoe yesterday.
That's how he's controlling Orin.
You can put Willem Dafoe in anything, and he's typically always good in it. Even in Dafoe's mediocre films, he's usually the best part.
Hang on, I'm getting a call.
Okay.
Just a sec.
Oh yeah, here's Orin.
Oh, you're frozen. Hi.
God. And then Michael Sheen is in Twilight. He doesn't know why he's there, but he's there. Robert Pattinson's amazing in Good Time. Kristen Stewart's really good in Adventureland and Personal Shopper. I've never seen Personal Shopper or Adventureland. What is a good time, Nathan?
Just a sec, folks. Cole, can you entertain the guests for a second?
That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Mute your mic if you can.
No.
Right as my voice is dying. Ugh. Ugh. Oh God, Michael Sheen. He doesn't know why he's in it, but he's in it. Playing the Volturi, I think is what they're called. One of the leaders of the Volturi. Dakota Fanning's in that movie too. Dakota Fanning's also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Dakota Fanning always shows up in really kind of strange roles. I knew it was Dakota Fanning Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm like, yep, that's Dakota Fanning. By the way, shout out to Leonardo DiCaprio taking a flamethrower to that one Manson clan person in the pool. That was fun. Good Time is an A24 film from 2017. Kept hearing a lot of buzz about it from his performance, and it definitely deserves the praise. I don't hate Twilight as much as everyone else does. Same here. I don't like Breaking Dawn, the Breaking Dawn ones, but other than that, the others are all right for me. Oh man. What else has Dakota Fanning even been in? I can't remember what else she's been in other than Twilight and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I mean, she was kind of look. She was in Ocean's 8. Oh, nice. Okay, so she's been in stuff, just none of them have been on the grid that much. Oh, she was in Genlock. Forgot about that. Oh, man. Robert Pattinson's also good in It's also good in the one Harry Potter film he gets killed in. Diggory something. I forget what his last name is. Have you... Cedric Diggory, thank you, Nathan. Speaking of which, Nathan, have you kept up with any of the stuff in Wano currently? Speaking of One Piece. Because I'm really loving what I'm cheering in on Wano. Been keeping up with it for the most. Nice. Hearing good things. A lot of good things. Glad we finally got the confirmation of Big Mom and Kaido being on the same crew finally. We've just finally outright confirmed that at least. Yeah, I can't really. Well, folks, the game would be playing if Joel were here. So until then, you're stuck with me. So I guess if you have any questions, or I can come up with any conversation topics, just ask away. And I'm sweating. It's gotta suck when you're in when you live somewhere where, well, you do have air conditioning, but the one place where you're at most of the time is not the best with air conditioning. It's wonderful. It's great. Also, Nathan, you excited for Battle for Bikini Bottom? SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom remaster? Joel and I will definitely be playing that when that comes out. Really, really looking forward to that. God, my throat. See, this is what happens when I do a live stream this long after not doing one of this length in like 6 months, and my throat just goes. It's wonderful. Definitely looking forward to SpongeBob Remastered game. Need to eventually. You should absolutely get a Switch, Nathan. It's a great console. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. The new Zelda game's amazing. The Breath of the Wild is great. It's getting a sequel. What else? There's a lot of games on it that are really good. A lot of the Final Fantasies have gotten ports, but that's me. But there are plenty of great ones. I would actually get the live thing for Switch just so I could play the Battle Royale Tetris game. Battle Royale and Tetris, you would think that would be stupid. It actually is really, really intense. I don't know if me streaming Tetris on my channel, if I ever did that and I was able to stream Tetris, I don't know if anyone would watch that. Would watch me just try to play Tetris against 99 other people. I don't know if that would be a selling point. Also, the Mario Party I hear is really good. There's a lot of good stuff on the Switch. It's doing really well right now too. Oh wait, what is today? The 7th. Come to think of it, the 14th is when No Man's Sky Beyond comes out. That's what I'm going to be playing when Beyond hits. I might stream Beyond. I might. I don't know if I will. I'm definitely going to play it first just to see how it plays. Also, apparently the multiplayer aspect of No Man's Sky is getting an overhaul, so we'll see. We'll see what that's like. So I'm looking forward to that. By the way, Nathan, have you played Andromeda, Mass Effect Andromeda at all? I know you have PlayStation 4, but do you have Andromeda? Have you played any of Mass Effect Andromeda? Oh God, my throat. Nathan, I played Andromeda, was just kind of not that great, to be honest. Not awful, but not great either. I agree with you, Nathan. I fully agree. I didn't even really feel strongly about finishing it, to be quite honest. I like the gameplay. I like the improvements to gameplay, story, dialogue, and everything else. I did not particularly enjoy. It just wasn't. It was a real step down. And it's apparent. And then BioWare went on to make Anthem, so that was also great.
Sorry about that. Hello.
We're still here. We're still here.
Sorry for the dead air. Personal issues. But we're fine now.
Do you want to call it right now, Joel? Because my throat is.
I wasn't personal. By the way, it wasn't like my family, friend stuff. Well, I think Nathan just left. Sure. We'll continue Hercules tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. Well, folks. Oh, well, now we got 3 people again.
And right as 2 other people join in, and great. Oh, like, this is great. Anyway.
Are you sure? Cole, you're gonna be up?
Yeah, let's go. Because believe me, I know if I continue on. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah, my voice is going. So if we're gonna do it tomorrow, I need my voice to be there.
Alrighty, folks. Well, we'll come back. We don't know when. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe some other time. Probably soon.
This has been fun though.
Yeah, it's great. We got 2 hours in. Well, until next time, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Until next time, may your heart be your guiding key. Bye.